Hey, good morning. My name is Jared. I host a daily live podcast where we discuss news and politics. And I have a rule. Anytime I tell someone that I was in the Marine Corps and the first question they ask is if I saw combat or not, given that only 1.5% of all of the people that I've ever served have seen it, I'm going to talk about my time in service. So pour one out this morning, Marines, for RJ Rady. As I have said many times, found out when I was very young that this isn't about me. That was only reinforced while I was on active duty. Just to be really honest with you, I love the Marine Corps. I generally have a great deal of respect and admiration for anyone that has the balls to serve their country, especially people that volunteer to serve, as opposed to all of our brothers and sisters that didn't get that opportunity, that were drafted. Unlike your president. And oh man, I was in 2nd Battalion, 2nd Marines Weapons Company, 2-2. When I got to them in the spring of 2006, were on their 5th straight deployment to Iraq. So of course, the first month or so I was in the fleet was fun because we were on alert, basically, that we were gonna go over there and join them. Fortunately, we got a bunch of new people, a boot drop. I think like 240 people added to the battalion, and they elected to keep us behind and prepare us for their return. And when 2-2 came back, they got a PUC, they got a Presidential Unit Citation, and then they got selected for the 26 MEU, a boat ride. I was aboard the USS Baton, and I did CAX at Fort AP Hill in Virginia. Semper Fi. I even was aboard the 26 MEU for 9 days. During the workup, I got asked to play football, both as sort of an extracurricular activity and an on-base activity, right? There wasn't an active football team for my battalion, I want to say. I believe the division had a team. My goal was to play quarterback. I got hurt playing football and went to work every day still. So had my arm in a sling, fucked up my shoulder. It was my non-throwing shoulder. Ultimately, got hurt August 26, 2006, and it didn't actually have surgery on that shoulder until the end of February 2007, so that I could actually go on the deployment. Went through much of a workup in a sling, and I don't take pain meds, so I don't take ibuprofen. I'm not taking. I don't even know. Actually, I shouldn't even talk about it. I don't even know about it. I'm just one of those people that I had just seen so many people in my life lose the battle with painkillers, and it lead to so much worse shit that when I got hurt on active duty, I couldn't bring myself to take the shit. I think 4 months is the longest I ended up post-surgery taking medication before I just had to let it go. And for those of you that have ever had sleep paralysis, and for those of you that have ever hallucinated based off the medications you're taking and shit, then you know that there are like side effects to taking medication. And some of us would just rather be fucked up. I'd rather just be in pain. To be honest with you, I've become comfortable with pain. It just so happens, and this is where people who can't have empathy are forced to have empathy. Because up to this point, they're like idiot playing football, right? Unempathetic. And they're like, oh, you got to go on your deployment. Oh, at least you got to deploy. Oh, 9 days. And then my battle buddy, RJ Rady, bless his fucking heart, rest in peace, from Tampa, Florida. RJ Rady died April 2007. I was medically separated against my will about 6 months later, and you can connect the dots. I went to RJ Rady's posthumous UCMJ trial where they gave him an other than honorable discharge and said that he killed himself. for more than a decade, I was real fucked up. So if you know me or knew me from 2007 to 2013, when I finally got help through the VA, I finally went to the VA and said, I need help, I'm fucked up. And, I was thinking about something this morning. I'd never actually been to the commissary or the exchange around the corner from my house. I live near Fort Bend. Because I don't feel like I deserve a lot of the benefits. I keep this in mind. Like, I love the fucking Marine Corps. I love being able to say with confidence that I was in the Marine Corps infantry. I was a 0351, an assaultman. That's demolition and rockets within the infantry. I went to demolition school, shot it all. The AT4, the fucking SMAW, the JAV, the TOW. Baby, it was fucking lit. Shit was lit. It was like, I mean, if you're a video gamer, I'm a video gamer, so you have to understand that. Like, you got to understand that, like, my reality is just different. If you're a video gamer, grew up playing like GoldenEye and shit. My family hunted and shit. I was a Boy Scout. We were NRA members. We for all intents and purposes, gun toters. You know what I mean? So, like, being in the Marine Corps during a time of war, guns being kind of the thing, that didn't bother me at all. I grew up around that, right? My entire family fucking served. My dad was in the Navy. My great grandfather fought in World War II. I married the woman I married. Her uncle fought in Vietnam. So I'm very, very proud of my service. I wasn't. I was in 5 minutes. I was in the military for 5 minutes, for sure. I don't know that fucking matters. For over a decade, I mourned my battle buddy in like the worst ways, and I treated people poorly and cut people off during that time because our experiences aren't the same. And then in June of 2018, RJ's wife, Paola, got in contact with me and told me that RJ was fucking murdered. And that she knew who did it, and she knew how he did it, and how it happened, given the timeline that was made public. And for the record, I've contacted everyone that I could think of that I have some, like, possibility of anything happening for RJ Rady, who absolutely lies in vain, like so many of our brothers and sisters, not just fucking Marines. So again, I have a rule. When you find out that I was in the Marine Corps, and you find out that I was in the infantry during a time of war, and you ask me, did you kill anyone? I'm going to tell you this story. Have a good rest of your day. Semper Fi.